High up on this mountain, there is a unique area made of white sandstone called the Coconino Formation. Can I make it to the top? Join me to find out. Hey guys, welcome to another adventure with Ruins and Ridges. This is a pretty busy trail, so I'm not going to film too much until we turn off trail. Okay, well, we survived the trail. It is very crowded today, lots of tourists, but we managed to make it to the turnoff. Tons of different trees here. There's ponderosa pine trees, shaggy bark juniper, Arizona cypress, alligator juniper, pinyon pines, and oak trees, and yeah, there's lots. This creek here would have been a water source for Native American people who lived here hundreds of years ago. We made it to this little saddle, and up on that little butte, it looks like there's a wall, but right now it's too hot, so we're just gonna go to the top, and on the way back we'll go check that out. This is a cool formation that the trail goes behind, but if you recognize it, it's because a long time ago I made a video, and I'll link it in the description. There's a line that goes all the way through, and it's like red colored and then a little bit lighter red colored up here. There are these little plants that grow right out of the solid rock. Along the way, we're taking a little detour to a cave and supposedly a ruin. Whoa. This is a nice ruin. Lots of charcoal. Probably modern. I'm gonna take my backpack off to respectfully explore this. That's cool. There's a little window there. And this is all mortared. Some potsherds. Entryway. It's not facing east, which they typically are. You can see the ceiling is blackened. Here's the other side of that window. You can see how they placed the natural rocks and made a window. There's like another room in behind here. There's looking back. You can see that little saddle and then the peak over on the right. Yeah, I could see this other cave, and I went into here, and it's pretty cool. There's also this little alcove, and the ceiling is blackened as well. So I think this wall was added on either earlier or later, because you can see how it's like built up here, and then there's like a gap in between here and the other wall. Well, that was a nice little detour, but now we're going to continue on with our main climb. Made it up to the ridge and connected with the main route now. It is so hot right now, it's like 80 degrees, and it's in the middle of December. It's like record heat. It's never been this hot in December for a long time. The route here is quite complex. It's easy, but it goes through all these ledges and ridges. Have to go up there and then all the way around, and slick rock. Mushroom rock is visible up there. Right under the mushroom now. That's more spectacular than I remember it being. Wow. There's a whole lot of air underneath the mushroom. Whew. So once you're up here, it's really nice. You just stay in the center, see all around. Next up, we have to go up there, cross to the Coconino, then follow some ledges out to Sky Island. Okay, we're just climbing up on these unmaintained trails past Mushroom Rock, following some ledges. We're still continuing on. It's just very hot, so we have to take a lot of breaks. It's like the summer has never ended. It's been like over 80 degrees since, I don't know, April. We followed a gully, but we need to head north onto a ledge, but at the top there's this big crack. We're approaching the crux. It's somewhere on this ledge. I'm not exactly sure where. Getting pretty high now. This looks like the crux, but it's really not bad because there's a ledge under you right here. I just completed the crux. It's kind of sliding down here, coming across. There's not really any exposure because there's a big ledge here, so not too bad. I'll call it class 4, maybe. But once you get up here, it's pretty spectacular. Yeah, don't go there here if you're afraid of heights, definitely. It's really just that one spot, but there's still a few more exposed sections. This is truly one of the most spectacular places I've ever been. It's like these huge coconino slabs of rock with amazing views. This white layer, called coconino sandstone, is essentially lithified sand dunes from 265 million years ago. And looking down into this canyon, in all of those alcoves I can see ruins. So the ancient people lived in all of these canyons everywhere. Look at that massive wall of sandstone. This is the end of this plateau, and now I just have a quick little scramble up that ridge to the top. Just in there, I can see a huge line of people, and I can actually hear them. And that is a very popular cave. I don't want to say what it is because it would give out the location, but yeah. I just can't get over these rocks and these views. This cairn marks the way up from here. Almost there. Oh, this was a long journey. Still more steep climbs. I think this is it. Somewhere up here. Oh yeah. There's the register. In the register it says Butte 5848. Of course, I've got to show you the 360-degree view. This is looking south, east, just amazing. It was brutal, a brutal climb, but it's worth it. I'm so glad that I made it. Yeah, that ridge was pretty brutal. It wasn't like exposed or sketchy or anything, but bushy and loose. Whew. It's an amazing view though. The summit right there. Well, I'm gonna head down now. Gonna record some of it, but it's a long way back, so not gonna record too much. Yeah, this is amazing, but brutal. I would not recommend this to anyone inexperienced, but if you've gone off trail and done some class 4 and stuff, you can do this. Okay, well, we both safely made it back down to a more reasonable spot. This is actually that saddle where there's that butte that I mentioned earlier with that like wall. And from here you can see the point where I was right there. And I could see looking down on this. It's pretty crazy. And again, it's getting dark. Sorry for the footage, but headed up there to that wall. And we saw ancient pottery sherds almost throughout the whole hike. Not on the very top, but everywhere else. So they lived everywhere around here on all these canyons and cliffs. Yeah, that's definitely a wall. I don't know if it's a hunting blind or some kind of lookout tower. Yeah, and they used this like natural boulder and placed all those rocks there. This is looking from above. It's not as obvious from up here. That's the boulder. And you can see it's built up. So, again, this was probably some kind of lookout. I'm not sure. And it kind of makes sense that this was a lookout because it's overlooking the entrance of the canyon. So you can see if anyone's coming up and you can signal to everyone else because this is the route up to the other cliff dwellings. So you can signal to them that somebody's coming up. This is another cool rock formation. A little hole under it. Okay, well, it's just a short walk down the trail back to the main trail, and then just a uninteresting walk back to the car. So I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Please let me know what you thought about this adventure in the comments. Thank you for watching.